live. Compounds open, devils. What's going down? What is going down? Well, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Matt, and I'm a former Marine, ex-veteran, or veteran. Worked as a military police, 5811. Did a tour in Iraq, served under Bush and Obama, Operation Iraqi Freedom and Operation Enduring Freedom. 5811 military police. And then after I got out of that, I did a little work for a police department and for a custody officer. So a little bit of background and all that good stuff. And instructed a police academy, which was pretty fun. But Losi, what's up, man? Good morning, brother. How you doing, man? And it is 66 degrees Fahrenheit. I think that's like 20 degrees Celsius or something like that. We've got an hour and 11 minutes. We're gonna go to the beach. We're gonna do something fun today. Let's go hang out by the beach and do some work out there. We'll go. Good morning, Vietnam. What's up, brother? We'll go Balboa Island. Ooh. I'll show you. I think I can make it down there. Balboa Island. There's some nice houses down there we'll check out. It's been a cooler August. It kind of has. Last couple weeks here, it's been a little hot in the hundreds, but it kind of gets that way. July was pretty chill. Man, it has a global warming in my rear end, right? Oh, where am I going? No, am I going the wrong way? Ooh. Yeah, it's been pretty chill. It's about 0800 here. My condo's going through, so it might be it's looking good. I just paid for all the HOA fees to send over the paperwork, which is dude, insane amount of money just to get paperwork going. HOA is such a rip, dude. Usually August is super hard. Yeah. Usually like all year. Like, I mean, I had like a little heat wave out here in California, but other than that, it's been pretty chill. I've actually enjoyed it, except for last, like, it's just when I get off of work, it's just really hot. That's the only time. That's around like, 1500, 1600. That's like the hottest part of the day. But other than that, like, up until then, it's been, yeah, you're right. It's been pretty chill. Not bad summer. Not a bad summer. What's up, guys? Welcome to the stream. Come on down to Chinatown. I did have a leftover energy drink. I didn't buy it, I swear. But I have one more left over in the fridge. I swear I didn't buy it. Yeah, I'm gonna go down to Balboa Island. We'll go check out some cool places down there. Yeah, still no word. I haven't really talked to anyone from my work about my job, but Yeah, it's been bought, man. It's official. It's going to be bought within the next couple months, or all the paperwork will be signed. A Japanese company bought us out. Don't know why, or I do know why, but I don't know. We'll figure it out, man. One day at a time. Hopefully, they just fire all the executives and keep us, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It'll be interesting. But my condo is going through with the sale. I paid for all the HOA fees. I guess to get a stack of paper to the new owner, I guess, dude, it cost $800 to just, I can't believe it, but whatever. Money I don't have, it's all good. But I think she put in a little payment down too. A female's buying my old condo, so it's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. The Chinese lady. Did I get a mosquito bite on my arm? Random girl, what's going on? Welcome to the compound. How you doing? What's going down? Where are you from? State your guys' state or country. What's the temp? What's going on? What's going down? You know, state the news. State your name, rank, and blood type. Construction worker. Construction worker. O minus. Or O positive. Name, rank, and blood type. And if you want to get a little risky, you can state your religion. That's okay. Because that's all it is on your tombstone. In a military cemetery, it's just name, rank, maybe your religion, and a little saying or something, but that's about it. Or branch of service, but you can pretty much tell by the rank. Random girl. Paul, what's going on, Paul? If you don't want to make America great again, why are you in America? You got a good point, Paul. I like your style, brother. Welcome to the compound, Paul. You're always welcome here. I like that. That's true. It's true. People hate America and they live in it. I don't know why they do it. You know, people live somewhere they hate. You know, those people are you know, are just stupid. Like, there's just stupid people out there. There really are. Have you seen bums? I did. This one bum was freaking out yesterday in front of a Carl's Jr. It was, and then some douchebag bought him a cheeseburger and Coke. You know. You feed the helpless, and they'll remain helpless. I agree with you, Paul. Good. 5811. Great time. Yeah, mass destruction wasn't real. That was just a big lie. I think we all know that. But yeah, I'm trying to make America great one day at a time, you know, surely and slowly. Thanks for the likes, guys. I got 4 likes. I appreciate it. I lived in Florida for 10 years, back and forth from Toronto. I loved it. Floridians, man, Florida set the pace for a lot of states here, man. They last like decade or two, I mean, Florida's changed a lot in a good way, in a really positive way, I think. And they really done it, you know, they led by example. I think they went after Disney. I'm not big bridges and start pushing a bunch of weird mumbo jumbo, and the state of Florida doesn't like that weird mumbo jumbo. Well, the government will go after the company, and it has pretty successfully, I believe. Like Florida had its own security or police force in their property, which is pretty insane. And I think Ron DeSantis like took away that privilege to police their own park, and even outside the park they got to do that. It was super weird. Big gun country or state. Big on guns, brother. You gotta have a lot of guns and you gotta have a lot of ammo, brother. Amen. Praise the Lord, brother. I wonder how much, oh, that's a good question. How much did they play, how much did they pay, how much did the DNC pay Little John to go sing for them? They had to have paid him at least $250,000, dude. at least $25K or $250K. How much did they pay? How much did the DNC pay Little John? That's not a poll question, it's just a question, fellas. How much did the DNC pay Little John? What? That would have been funny if Dave Chappelle came out and did the reenactment of Little John, like the Chappelle Show. Chappelle Show, classic. Class act, fellas, class act. Oh, there we go. English. That looks Japanese. Is that Japanese? That looks Japanese. It's too, there's a lot of characters in there. It's not Chinese. First of all, if you're Chinese and you're on YouTube, I look like a Chinese celebrity. Did you? Is that what you wrote? A Chinese celebrity? All right. All right. Did you write in Japanese? Lillian, what's up? How you doing, Superfly? Welcome back to the channel. Dude, you guys are awesome. Really, really? How about without my glasses? Hold on. Ugh. What about now? Do I still look like him? Woo. Trump 24. Big fish. What's up, brother? How you doing, man? Trump 24. That's right, brother. How much did they pay Little John? That's what I want to know. And if I were Little John, I would have hired Dave Chappelle to do it for me. If you guys remember this Dave Chappelle show, that would have been hilarious. I saw a bunch of Gavin Newsom. I saw Gavin Newsom. Oh, dude, that guy's a sleazeball, dude. That guy's a sleazeball. Oh, really? I look like him no matter what? All right, all right. Is he a good, famous actor? Are you from China, or I thought what you wrote before was in, it's not Japanese. I thought Chinese, characters were a lot simpler thanks to lovely Mao Zedong and the Great Leap Forward. Yes. Oh, Chinese. Hey, brother, what's up, man? Welcome to the channel. Tell me a little bit about yourself, man. You live in the States, or you from China? What's up? How do you like what's going down over there? I've heard some good things, sure. Not really, but a lot of bad things. Give me your outlook, your opinion on the situation, if you don't mind. How much did Trump pay Kid Rock? I don't know. That's a good question. Knowing Kid Rock, he could have done it for free because he's already a Trump supporter. I don't think Little John is a Kamala supporter, let's be real. But money talks, baby. Money talks. Google sucks. I don't like that name, dude. Oh, I think they're gonna break up Google like Bell. Remember, if you guys are old enough to remember the Bell phone provider, that was a huge company. Trump is not the answer to all our problems. He's the only step in the right direction. But yep, I agree, man. Yeah, Google for sure. Wait, if you live stream on a Chinese platform, there will definitely be many people who like you. Oh, that's cool, man. Why would they all like me? Yeah, because I look like a celebrity. Now Taylor Swift. Oh, I love Taylor Swift. And RFK have endorsed. Taylor Swift has endorsed Trump. Oh. Oh man, wow, dude. Yeah, but no, you're right, dude. Mr. Google. Yeah, it's in the right direction. I want to donate so bad. Oh, like a super chat or something. What's up, Lillian? I'm Chinese. What's up, Total Tech? Just kidding. Thanks, brother. Donate to me. Oh man. Yeah, I don't. The YouTube won't let me do the super chats, or right? That's how you can donate or something. Yeah, it'll happen sooner or later. Hopefully, I can get like an upgrade in my YouTube channel so people can donate if they want. Hopefully, I'll get it before or if I do lose my job. That's still in the air. What makes you think Taylor Swift endorsed Trump after all the bad? Oh, didn't you say that? Oh, hold on, I'll post the link to the video. Okay. Wait, you said, oh no. Oh yeah, dude, I mean, Taylor Swift ain't no fool. And she married or is like dating a football player, so let's be clear, most football players are Trump supporters. You know, just saying. I don't think Taylor Swift no fool, man. The internet said it was oh, really? Not a real endorsement. Really? What's up, Devin? I like your little pokeball. That's cool. Am I the only one in the live? No, there's people. It's weird because there's some. Yeah, Lillian, it's kind of weird that it'll say one, but there's multiple people talking in the chat, so it's kind of, it varies, I guess. It's kind of weird. Like, I'll see one person live on the stream, but like 10 people will be typing in chat. It's kind of strange how that works. I don't think it like reads it all. Yeah, that's happening to me. Yeah, it's super strange. But yeah, maybe, and maybe in a couple months, the YouTube people will like upgrade my YouTube channel so people can donate. I'm planning on going to the beach. Lovely Balboa Island. We'll roll out there. It's a nice place. I'll show you guys some big old houses out there. Maybe drive by. Yeah, these houses are, they're beach houses. They're not like anything crazy, but I mean, they're right on the beach. Excuse me. It's pretty cool. We'll check something out. Oh no, it's attack. I thought that was roadkill. Well, thanks, Liliana, for wanting to donate to me. That's very nice of you. I do appreciate the kindness and. Yeah, well, yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, the YouTube people can upgrade my channel so people could donate and support and stuff. That'd be great. If not, it's okay. I don't plan on being a big YouTuber or anything. I did this to connect with people and stuff like that. So I welcome everyone. It's okay if you take shots at me and stuff like that, you know. But we're here to have a cool discussion and talk about things. And like Devin said, like it might be a fake AI about Taylor Swift. I didn't know that. I didn't know I didn't know there was a fake one out there. A Chinese platform? I don't even, maybe what, Douyin? Is it Douyin or what's another Chinese platform you can download? Or no, you can't. I can't download any Chinese platform. It's only for people in China. Yeah, I can't get on that. I would have to. I mean, the other version of we can't download any of that stuff in the United States. I don't think you can. RFK endorsement is real though. Yeah, I heard that, Devin, for sure. I heard the RFK one. Thank you guys for the likes. I hope you guys subscribe. I got 6 likes. That's great. Okay, so I went back past the link, but it wasn't. Ruski, yeah. Yes, also use software platforms that I'm not used to on the internet. Oh, okay. Huh. So, yeah, so the Taylor Swift, yeah, I don't think she would, it makes kind of sense that for her to say it out loud, I don't think she would do that, because a lot of her friends are like the single ladies that go to her concerts, and those single ladies usually lean Democrat. Like most of her fans, I think, are Democrats. So if she said that, I think she would piss off a lot of her own base, you know, her fanatics. So, but if Kelsey comes out and says he's a Trump supporter, I don't know, or I know maybe Kelsey's brother and the other wife, they're I'm sure they're Trump supporters. The single cat ladies, yeah, for sure. Most of them. I mean, have you seen the people that are at a concert? They're single cat ladies, bro, you know? I mean, dude, if you have to buy a ticket for $3,000 for a normal seat and a bleacher, oh, that's awful, bro. I mean, I've heard people take out loans just to go to her concerts, you know? Google sucks. I like your name, man. Yeah, I wouldn't think Taylor Swift would be. Roos is usually spot on, so we'll have to wait and see. Yeah. Rooski. Tay, man, I used to have a bunch of people come in the chat room and talk about Taylor Swift. It was pretty fun. And these people loved her, man. I always say, man, she has a good business plan, you know. Roosty Band? Oh, Roosty Brand? Oh. I mean, she has a good business plan. She hasn't effed up, or the media hasn't gotten her to, you know, F up, or she hasn't gone crazy yet. Like Britney Spears. I always compare her to Britney Spears. She hasn't, even when she dates someone, she hasn't lost her, you know, when a girl puts a picture of herself, you know, in her profile with the boyfriend, there's guys that will never talk to her again. You know, you'll lose some fan base. I heard some Japanese streamer, you know, she's on some media, whatever, a media company kind of helps her out, but she accidentally posted a picture of her and her boyfriend, and she lost all her endorsements. People were ragging on her. Yeah, girls can't be. But with Taylor Swift, she can have a boyfriend and no one will really care, which is kind of weird. Almost $4,000 for general admission. Russell Brand, but it's a spelled. Oh, you didn't know who that is? No, I know Russell Brand. Yeah, I know Russell Brand. Get him to the Greek, baby. Yeah, he was funny, man. He made some good movies. He was a British actor from Taken. Yeah, get him. Yeah, get him to the Greek, brother. Yeah. Yeah, no, Russell Brand's cool, man. He could be a little wild with his statements sometimes, but I think we're all right. I mean, we can see what's truth or not. We're all raised pretty well by our parents and stuff, so we know what's tomfoolery or not. But yeah, he's pretty good, man. And they went after him. Remember, they just tried to go after him about sexual assault, and he like R-word a couple chicks, and what happened to that? He's Christian. He's a Christian now. That's good. Well, he used to be a rock star for a while. Yeah, Taylor Swift, 3,859, dude, for a general admission. Dude, that's how much my plane ticket was to Egypt, like going business class. It was about $4,000, dude. That's insane. You could go to Egypt on a very nice flight, or you can go to a Taylor Swift general admissions. General admission nosebleed, and you might as well just watch a YouTube video of her. Everything was dropped in the lawsuit. Oh, really? Yeah, check front row low. Let me see, dude. Yeah, so it was just a media smear about Russell Brand. That's so, dude. I mean, guys, there's got to be something behind the scenes that is pushing all these narratives, man. A lot of money has to be working against us, and you feel it, right? I feel it, man. Anytime the government talks about something, I feel like they're not talking to me. Or, an actor like that, the Johnny Depp story to Russell Brand, the dude. I don't think celebrities have to R-word people or whatever happened to him. Dude, they could just go to do a stand-up comedy show for 10 minutes and a chick will just throw themselves at him for sure. Oh my God. $21,000 for row 10? Oh my God. Why would people do that? Well, people are stupid. Yeah, normal media smear causes he started getting traction. Yeah, man, and he pokes holes in a lot of the media, and I think the media totally ruined it, man. I mean, there's gatekeepers, and they're trying to keep the same narrative going in American politics, and it's cracking, and they're going after people that they shouldn't be doing, and it's making it's not the crime, it's always the cover-up, right? So if you're trying to push a narrative and having people buying newspapers and having a sense of direction and trying to get the American people to vote a certain way, and then and American people see that, and you can lead them in that way. Some Americans, or whoever, it doesn't have to be Americans, but I don't like. Yeah, it could be any country really, and then people that you've seen on TV and you kind of understand their actions, then all of a sudden they become monsters, that should be in prison for life. It's like, wait, what? Like, how that? And then you hear nothing about it after, but the media just runs with it. I mean, isn't that like defamation of character with zero evidence? You can't. I don't know, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, what the hell's going on? I don't understand. It's so strange to me, like Russell Brand, you know, they listen to Amber Heard about Amber Turd pooping in her own bed. Like, what? And then, countless others, but you get a Harvey Weinstein that's a monster, and he looks like a monster. So I get it, but it's all coming from somewhere, I think Russia has a monstrous part of doing it. I don't think China does. I think China's too busy with controlling their own people. I don't think it's very hard to do two things at once. Very good. I think it comes from Russia a lot. I think Putin has his hands in a lot of this narrative nonsense and communism bullcrap. 21 grand, dude. I mean, you can. My Mustang I had a brand new Mustang, a 2005 Mustang. It was my first car. My dad bought it for me. It was 18 grand back then. It was a sweet Mustang, dude. He's all, Matt, I'll buy you a brand new car if you keep playing football. And I said, I was going to keep playing football anyways, Pops, so let me have it. Little did I know, a year after I graduated, I had to pick up all the payments, damn it. He bamboozled me. He paid it for 1 year, and then I left for Iraq, so. And then I bought it. And then it went to shit pretty quick, because Mustangs don't really last that long, especially if you have to drive them around for work. Yeah, man, I don't know. I wish. Just people. We have a communist party in our government, so as long as they keep talking, we're always going to hear people get falsely blamed for stuff. It's going to happen. I mean, they went after Trump. They raided an ex-president's house, for God's sakes. How does that happen? And they try to imprison him for what he did as a president. If that went through, we're all screwed, man. I mean, the president is the only person during his time that has like immunity. Pretty much, he can't be arrested because the decisions a president has to make, it's going to break a lot of laws. That's why we give the president so much power, because he's kind of immune. And that's the whole point. Connection to Epstein. Ooh. Yeah, what happened with that guy? I mean, there must have been some dirty politics, dude. I mean, probably stuff we have beyond our wildest imagination, because we probably can't explain what's happening because we don't know. We've never seen it. Until you see it, it's like, oh, you guys are that dirty. Like, I'm sure they try to film them at Epstein's Island. I'm sure. Bill Clinton, I'm sure he was. You have a couple cocktails with your boys and you're on some private island and a bunch of chicks walk around. You're probably, oh, hey, then, that's how they get you, man. Even though you don't even have to do nothing, but you're there with these scumbags, a picture tells 1,000 words, you're done. I'm sure a bunch of blackmail, for sure, And then, I'll give this to, Fox News, to, Harvey, and they have to run the playbook that's how communism works and all that stuff. They'll blackmail you into speaking like them, acting like them, and before you know it, that's how the mob works. That's how gangs work. They'll blackmail you. They'll do a bunch of other crazy stuff. So it's super dangerous. We live in a pretty funky time, but if Ukraine takes out Russia, which I think they will, man. Ukrainians, Oh, oh shoot, sorry. Big old semi. Ukrainians were the smart ones in the Soviet Union. And remember, it's not about when you go to war, guys, with another country, say you're in charge, maybe you might be one day. When your troops, you only have one army, one military. So the minute your military leaves to go to war, that's pretty much it. You can't do much else. What I mean is, like Russia sent their army in 2022 to invade Kiev and failed. All those guys are pretty much dead. So that was his army that had the most training. From there on out, they've just been trying to fill the gap. Replacing people with new people, because now it became a meat grinder because the job wasn't done. Ukraine, on the other hand, didn't really have they had an army, but it wasn't very well trained. They just kind of were people. But now it's kind of the opposite of what happened to Russia. They're getting very well trained, all the weapons, and Russia blew all their, they took a shot at the king and they missed. Ukrainian army hasn't even taken a shot, but they're building and steadily building their army to be better and better, more sophisticated, better trained, well, organized. At the same time, the Ukrainian army is tactically retreating and giving up land as they go, and the Russians just keep moving forward. Slowly and surely, taking loss after loss after loss. And the objective when you go to war with another country is not really defeating the army, but choking the army to death. You're never going to really defeat a 21st century military. They have to surrender, and or you got to pull a World War II and invade Berlin. But they have to. There's just too many people in militaries now. Even throughout history, armies really didn't lose. They just kind of retreated or disbanded. The Iraqi military surrendered, and then they all disbanded. So Ukraine keeps pulling Russia into the depths of Ukraine, which it's already a war zone anyway, so it doesn't matter. And then they could do it. Ukraine can easily do it. It's going to take another 2 years maybe. I mean, Ukraine will lose a lot of people, but Russia, if you're on the offensive in war, which is a stupid way to fight a war, you're going to lose 10 times. And that's just facts. When you're on the offensive, you better outnumber the army that you're pushing against at least 10 to 1. Because one very defended soldier in the Ukrainian army can easily take out 6, 7, 8 Russians getting out of their defensive and attacking because you're exposed. Ukraine is a small but army. Yeah, they may not be as well trained, but are fighting for their homes, yep, and families, yep, just like the American revolutionaries, yep. Devin, you're spot on, man. You're spot on. I agree with you 100%. When you have something to fight for, man, that's all you're gonna do. Why not? Or your house is already blown up and you have nowhere to go. And how pissed off would you be? And there's always car accident. There's always so when I was in Iraq, we always had we call them ditties, but little sayings or something that always reminded yourself or your buddies what to do. And if you end up smoking the dude, a male in the Middle East, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., independent candidate for president. People are so weird. There's just 2 dudes on a bridge with a big old sign for RFK that just endorsed Trump. Obviously, they didn't read the news, huh? What a bunch of idiots. Dude. That's what I'm talking about. Like, RFK just endorsed Trump And then on the bridge there's a big sign. I mean, pretty long sign, guys. It was pretty. I mean, this is probably a $300 sign. It's huge. And then there, anyways. When you take out a male figure in the Middle East or any country really, you always have to assume that male figure has two sons. You take out the father, the two sons will become your enemy. You know, so it's multiples of two, and we always do. There's another accident. It's always multiples of two. So Russia just straight up full sended their army into Kiev and Ukraine. Imagine how many more enemies they made by doing that. Not even just the men. Now you have women that have nowhere to go. Their father or husband just died, and she's in charge of two sons. Well, you know, you just made three enemies. You know, you take down the father, the mother, and the two sons, or mother and two daughters, or whatever, will become your enemy. And then their army gets bigger. And Ukraine, you know, they probably had a mass volunteer of, I mean, so many people. I mean, look at 9/11. Look how many people joined the army or the military after 9/11 here in America. Imagine being invaded and then kicking the Ruskies out, and then you know, they are only on the east side of Ukraine, and now Ukraine invaded the northern part of, or southern part of Russia. Kharkiv or Kharkiv Oblast or Kiev Oblast, whatever it is. So we'll see, man. But yeah, Devin, you're spot on. Homes and families, man. That's all we have is the homes and families, right? I mean, and when you invade another country, man, you won't have another army. That's it. I mean, Russia's army's pretty much gone. They're just putting people in there and full sending it. You know, they have to do something. And you could tell they're gone. I mean, they weren't that good in the first place. They couldn't even invade their... Imagine if we couldn't take over Mexico. If we wanted to invade Mexico, it would just be absolutely wiped out. It would be absolutely crushed in a matter of a day. It took us 3 weeks, or what, 20 days, not even, I mean, 21 days to invade Baghdad in Iraq. 21 days. And that was getting all our stuff into Saudi Arabia, all the logistics, going through the Saddam line, going past his little fortification that was like the, you know, there was a big bunker complex out in the desert, driving hundreds of miles into the pits of the desert, going past major cities. Some of the cities we didn't even go through. Like, why? You know, that's what I'm saying. There's, like, they threw everything. I forget what city it was, but they threw everything at the city because they thought we were going to go, and because they thought, you know, if you don't know how to go to war, you're just going to assume, like, the enemy will come here and we're going to have to bang, bang, shoot them up. No, man, I'm just going to go around you because you're not the point. Going after Baghdad and Saddam, that's the point. And you can't run forever, especially if the city of Baghdad is surrounded. And we just went past most of his troops. Like, why? We don't need to fight 2,000 Republican Guard dug into a city when we can just go around the city and they can go up themselves. And honestly, you cut them off from anything coming in and out, and the soldiers in that city will just starve. You know, because that's not their home. They're not really supposed to be there, so they're just going to starve. And we did that a lot in Iraq. We would just go around them. But dude, I'm not gonna, getting in a firefight with the enemy is not a smart idea, right? You just go around them and go do your objective. Make sure they don't leave that city. You know, keep them there. If they want to stay there, they stay there. Or they can come out and surrender. It's perfect. You don't need to bomb the city like Russia. You know, would bomb all these Ukrainian cities, and they didn't have to do that. They could have just gone around and choked out the Ukrainian pockets, but they leveled the battlefield for a battle to happen. That's how they think war is fought. You know, you can win a war without firing a single shot. You know, that's the objective. And having all your troops come home to their loved ones, this way your military can build on the greatness of that battle or that strategy. And that's how America and the military, that's how we go to war. We've learned throughout the years what works, what doesn't work. How do you invade a peaceful city with 1 million people on it? Well, you just walk through the damn thing and you don't shoot at civilians, you know. And if you get shot because you didn't see the guy in the window and you thought he looked like a civilian, well, in your next life, don't join the military, because that's what I would tell everyone, all the new recruits that would come in, all the boots. You know, if you shoot, you better not make 2 more enemies. And if you get shot, it is what it is. We're called bait for a reason, and we're not here to hurt anybody. You know, that's our #1 rule in Iraq. We were never there to hurt anyone that didn't deserve it or didn't attack us first. I can always say this with an honest heart, that we did more good than bad for the people. It just sucks because most of the people in Iraq live in dirt, you know, and I say it sucks, but I don't really feel bad, because they'll always live like that. That's the way the Middle East will always be. That Iran will always be a radical regime unless it collapses. Even when it collapses, it's still going to be a radical country, because people are very, very stupid. And they wonder why they don't have anything like air conditioning. I don't know if you boys got air conditioning. Most of the countries don't. Hell, even the country right below me, Mexico, doesn't even have fresh water. You do not drink the water in Mexico. You will get sick or die. It is very, very dirty. But you can walk to Mexico, dirty water. You walk out of the border, clean water. It's that easy. And if the United States military, the way Canada fights, because we train with Canada, the way Great Britain fights, the United Kingdom, even the French, dear God. We all kind of learned throughout hundreds of years of going to war with each other and all this other stuff, what works, what doesn't. Japan, we all cross-train with the Japanese military. Australia, we cross-train with the Australian military. Philippines, Taiwan, Germany, all those Baltic states, we've helped train. In Estonia, Lithuania, Poland is a big one too. And now, Ukraine. And there's a way, oh my God, no. There's a way Americans fights wars, and the way we fight wars is safety first, right? It's always safety first. If you're in charge of anybody and you're first, don't mention Oh God, French, dude. I know they actually helped us a lot. I think in the invasion of Iraq, because they're not part of the UN, if I'm not mistaken. United Nations or NATO. They're kind of like, we're cool with you guys, but we're not. There's something, but they were allowed to help us bomb the crap out of people. But the French, yeah. But yeah, if you're in charge of everything, you're the first rule of war is safety. If you're not on the defense, if your equipment's not up for the check your equipment, make sure your SAPI plates can actually work and aren't corrupted, and like I see videos of the Russians getting airsoft gear. Someone's just buying airsoft gear and sending it to them, with there's no point in even wearing it unless it's there just to hold something for you. But the gear that you wear it can't catch on fire, so the material has to be it has to be super strong. How everything's woven has to be able to stop at least a 9mm. Then your SAPI plates need to work. Your gear needs to function, and Russia is just sending people into literally a meat grinder. I know if you listen to the news, that's what it is, because they're not trained nor they're disciplined, just sending people to their death. And it's to see it in the year 2024, pretty much 2025, is insane. What's funny? I've lived in Canada for 35 years. I've never met a French person, only in Quebec. Dude, I heard like Morocco's like Canada too, and that's in Africa. And they a lot of people in Morocco will speak, or I think it's Morocco, will speak French. They're weird, man. I don't know why. France helped us a lot in the Revolutionary War. Yeah, without that help, we would have lost. Ooh, that's maybe. It would have been a lot different. A lot different. Viva la France. Yeah, they showed up in their white uniforms and their big ships. I know they cut off, they did a lot of crazy stuff back then. This one French was pretty cool. And then we bought pretty much the middle of America from them because they're dumb. And they gave us the Statue of Liberty as a symbol of our friendship. Yeah, they did. That's right. The Statue of Liberty. Oh, that's gross. France does some cool things every once in a while. Macron. Viva la Macron. They do cool. They're military solid. They're not fools, but there's something. They're very strange. You never know what they're gonna do. I don't know what they're gonna do. They just kind of roll with things. I don't even know. I don't listen to them that much. But yeah, the Revolutionary War, they definitely came in the clutch. Then they sold us Louisiana Purchase, and then Russia sold us Alaska. Those dumbass. That's why you don't have kings or dictators, man. The minute you have Russia is gonna what the hell? Russia is going to sell a piece of Russia to China soon. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. There's a piece of land that China wants that Russia owns, and it's by a river, and it would help China get out to the ocean from the mainland or inland or something like that. We'll see. If Putin does that, dude, he's... I mean, Russia will never be the same country ever again. I think in like 10 years, if this war ends the way I think it will, I think Russia will break up into certain different states. And if that happens, China is going to look at them as weak and probably go after them. or just tell the China military, hey, go 100 yards that way, and when that's our land. Our land now. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen to Russia, but they're going to crack, man. You can't lose that many people, or they're going to self-isolate so bad that they're going to get more radical. You know, you listen to the Russian propagandists or the Russian news, they've been talking about nuking the United Kingdom and hitting New York and going after France and all of Europe. They're insane, man. They're the new Goebbels, you know. They're just ripping off stuff to the Russian people to get them all riled up. They're insane. And the guy wears, one of the guys, I forget his name, but he wears a little Mao Zedong freaking, you know, pantsuit, the Hillary Clinton pantsuit. And what's up with the chicks wearing pantsuits, man? Why do they do it? Why do politician females wear freaking a coat and a pantsuit? Why? Dude, if I were a chick and I was a politician, I would wear a freaking skirt, or like a, you know, up to my knees or something. Like, I don't understand. Why do they dress like dudes? Why is the pantsuit so... Hillary Clinton looked like Mao Zedong, bro. She had that freaking neck thing up here, and it, you know, even Kamala, she wears, you know, pants. She's freaking ugly. She's an ugly bitch. Like, where are the hot chicks running for office? What? Why? Show a little skin, ladies. Let's go. Dude, when I watch the news with my mom, she freaking, that's all she says, dude. I just acted like my mom. There were, you know, she goes, she hates it. You know, she said, the greatest thing my mom ever told me was about the ladies wearing, the trash bags on them in the Middle East, or for religious reasons. And my mother goes, Matt, do you think women want to wear that? I was like, well, you know, maybe they're very religious and that's what they do. And she goes, no. Do you think women want to wear that? I was like, I don't understand what you're saying. She's all, you've known chicks all your life. Do they choose to put something over their head, over their hair? And the answer is no. They don't. You know, most women want their hair done and nails and makeup, right? I mean, they change a lot, but I was like, well, that kind of makes sense. I mean, every chick I know doesn't want to wear a trash bag on them, but for some reason these girls do. And why is that? Why? I don't think it's religious reasons. I don't think women aren't religious. I don't believe that. I don't believe. My mom wanted to become a nun and wear all that nun stuff, and then she met my dad and goes, "Oh, F that." So I don't know, just me rambling on. Man, there's a lot of car accidents today. That's right, they did give. There's like 3 Statue of Liberties, right? One in France, one here, and one in Las Vegas, Nevada, baby. New York, New York. I don't think they count that one, but there's one in New York, New York. I'm from New York. It's like half of one or something, but it's pretty big. I think last time I checked. Vive la France. Yes. Vive la France. Yeah, I guess the French are kind of cool. I forget about the Statue of Liberty thing, and they did help us with the American Revolution. And they let us buy our land. Thank God. Imagine if Oklahoma was named New France. Oh God, Oklahoma. Or like, I don't know, is that part of Louisiana Purchase, somewhere around there? Louisiana's south? Yeah, maybe. And like, if they weren't going to sell it to us, you guarantee we were going to freaking, you know, the frontiermen were going to do something about it. Yeah, they weren't going to, especially after England wasn't going to help them hold that land if we ended up going to war with. I think French is the only country you haven't been to war with, right? I don't think we've ever. Oh, the French and American War, or right? French and Indian War, but that was against United Kingdom again. I don't think we ever. Right? Could someone help me out with that? I don't think we ever went to war against France. Maybe they did a deal with the Indians back in the day, which we had to like punk them both. Maybe. I don't think so, though. I think usually we either did business with France. Was it the French and Indian War? Is that what it was called? Or War of 1812? Yeah, I forget. I don't think so. I don't think we ever actually got in a firefight with the French. England, although, I'll freaking. Yeah, the England, what are the Great Britain? I guess Great Britain's the whole thing, and then you kind of shrink it down to the UK is just. Hey, why don't they give up Scotland or Ireland, Northern Ireland? Why do that? Come on, United Kingdom, your empire days are done. Never. Oh, really? Never. Okay. All right. That's good. That's good. Good. Yeah, okay. Thanks, though. It's already 77. It's 9 o'clock. 0900 at 77 degrees Fahrenheit. Whoop, whoop. That's good. I'm glad United States hasn't gone to war with someone. That makes me very happy. And Australia. We've never been to war with Australia. But everyone else, we pretty much have. And that's the whole idea of having a military. If you know you're going to go to war eventually with another country, you might as well have a very, very good trained, military. It's like I think about it as sports. I do. But in this sport, everyone's involved. If you don't like soccer or football or baseball, well, if your team says United States on it, you're involved in it, whether you like it or not. So if you know the answer to that, let's have the best sports team out there, and then you just call it a military. It's great. It's great. And then with that, when you're playing a sport, you want the best equipment. Right? I want a good baseball bat if I play baseball. And I want the best helmet if I'm playing football, and soccer, best cleats? Question mark. So let's have the best, and we have the best. And the people that we go to war with don't understand that. That's very key, guys. The people that we go to war with don't understand. Because Saddam thought because he had so much power or influence on the people that they would just outnumber us It'd be like a Vietnam. Vietnam was Vietnam. You can't. So when like Saddam thought he could pull a Vietnam and have a lot of casualties, and the Americans will soon give up. That only happens on that battlefield because the jungle. He didn't know. Like, dude, you live in an open desert, man. You're not gonna do good. Even if we went to war with Vietnam now, the hardest part of Vietnam was the jungles because you can't see. You can't see through them. You can't. That's why Agent Orange, they try to burn off all the foliage of the trees. But now we just have like thermals and stuff that see right through all the plants. And Vietnam doesn't like China, so we're all good. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. And Vietnam ain't dumb no more, you know. They had a rough patch in their history, and now they're, you know, okay, I guess. Something like that. But you got to think of your military as you have one military. You have one military to use. You can only use them once. You have to keep them safe. You have to give them the best equipment, and it's like a sport, and you have to train them. It's like football practice, you know. You got to spend all day outside learning all the different football plays, all the rules, you got to run it with your teammates. You got to kick the ball around for soccer. You know, I got to see how fast this guy is if I want to lead him to the goal and not be off sides. You know, baseball, you got to throw, you got to practice your curveball. You got to see curveballs. You got to see knuckleballs. You got to see splitters. You got to same thing, man. You got to do this thing called war all the time, and you could do it at home. Like it's just a freak show, though. I mean, and when you go to war, you're never inside. So if you're like, hey, I want to practice, I want to learn, train, let's go training and get me up to speed on how to go to war. Okay, the first thing you do is get a shovel, get a bunch of baby wipes, grab your rifle and ammo and all your gear, and never ever go back inside of a building, ever. And then you'll learn how to fight a war by just being outside. I won't even have to talk to you. You'll just dig a hole and sit there and welcome to war. That's it, man. I mean, there's a lot to it, but that's the gist of it. It's fairly easy, but people at the very, like Putin, I don't think he understands war. He full-sended his entire military by a lie. It was based on a lie, which the troops that fight that war know it's a lie. I knew weapons of mass destruction was a lie. We all did. But we didn't fight for weapons of mass destruction and to find them. We didn't. That was just a reason to get the citizens of the country to get the military to Iraq. That was weapons of mass destruction. The way I fought a war was, you find the bad guys. How do you do that? They will find you first. That's how we fight a war. That's how Americans usually fight a war, when there's no legitimate enemy. I didn't fight an army. I fought people that would try to hurt me or kill me or something. But there was no military uniformed enemy. There wasn't this anything in front of me is an enemy. It was everything in front of me is just people trying to live a life, and then children and women, men, families. So when you go into these places, everyone's friendly until otherwise. Shake their hand, help them with the whatever, just kind of walk around and be yourself, and we'll win that war. Hearts and minds, baby. Hearts and minds. And that's how Americans, like, fight wars. We don't. We've had our trouble. Don't get me wrong. We all probably heard some weird stories. I'm sure. But Iraq is fine now. Iraq is still a piece of crap country. The way I don't think it's any better. It might. At least they're free to speak, and that's I can't build a road for you, but as long you guys can complain about the road. Before you couldn't complain, and complaining gets things done. Hopefully they have some sort of halfway decent government, and the objective is to never have a dictator or a Saddam like that again, because you can't do business with someone like that. And Americans, and I think most people, would like to have a conversation and do business, right? Hey, what's the problem, man? Oh, well, you guys do. Okay, well, we'll do this. You guys can help me and do that. Oh, okay, that sounds fair. Cool. What Saddam did was, we're going to do this no matter what, and you're going to have to stop me. So it's like, dude, come on. Like, don't invade little Kuwait. Like, please don't. We like them. We like those guys. We do business with them. And he invaded Kuwait. It's like, dude, I thought we were cool. We helped you with Iran. You invaded Iran, which, we gave Saddam a bunch of weapons and intel to invade Iran for 10 years. And then he ends up buying a bunch of stuff from Russia and then invading Kuwait. It's like, dude, come on. And that was in Desert Storm, 1991. And then we started choking off Iraq because obviously this guy was just out of his mind. And then 2001 came up and 9/11 happened. And then America said, hey, we need to lie to the American people to get Congress to approve a declaration of war on Saddam. And everyone fell for it. And me being in the military, if I was around at that time and that high up in the chain of command, 2 towers fell down. You're going to send your military somewhere. Americans can't just say, oh, it was some guy in a cave. Let's send people into Afghanistan to fight them. It's no, dude. A country really has to pay for this. The 2 towers falling down. Someone really has to go down for this. We can't let this slide. It's a flex. We had to flex on whoever, because it's a sign of weakness, right? I mean, you can't defend New York. I mean, how do you not know? It kind of makes you. So the next, it's like, it's one block falls. If someone comes into my house, someone else is going to pay for it. And if I have to lie to the American people and tell them there's weapons of mass destruction, so be it. So be it. Military doesn't care. The people in charge after 9/11 at the very tippy top, probably, I knew people that were in the Marine Corps at 9/11, and they just said, dude, we knew right away. We're going somewhere. And the only hotbed of was the desert, so they got out of their green camis. We have 2 different camis, green camis and tan camis. And they put on their tan camis and started packing their stuff because they knew we were going out to the desert, boys. It didn't matter. Someone, a country, another military, another person had to pay for it. And, there was Saddam, North Korea. That's pretty much it. We're not going to invade Russia or China or nothing like that. That Russia invaded is their doom of their own making. And China's can't do anything. China's just China. They're so corrupt. So that you got to understand sometimes they're going to lie to you, and you got to understand sometimes it's just the way the world works. I wish we can all live in peace. I wish we can give up our weapons. I wish we didn't have militaries. I wish we can just, the Second Amendment, have an asterisk and say, hey, this is in our Constitution, but all Americans gave up the weapons because it's all peacetime. But it's not. It's never happened in human history that we know of. There's always going to be crazies. Iraq is actually worse now. Oh my, ISIS got started because of the Iraq wars. And so, oh yeah, that's right. I totally forgot about that. They are basically ran by extreme. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. And you know what? That's what they get, dude. That's what they get. I hate to say it out loud like that. It makes me sound like but I train the Iraqi police. We try to help them. We try to build a law enforcement, a good police departments like we have in our countries, Western countries, that will do things based on, they want to protect the citizens and have some heart that it's their country and they need to. But the Iraqi people didn't fight for their freedom. We did that for them, and that's why they never understand. They'll never care about their country because it's not theirs. Ukraine, and I kind of compared Ukraine is full sending it against Russia, and they're fighting for their freedom. If we go in there and help them, Russia will always have a piece of it, internally or externally. Ukraine needs to do all the dirty work on their own with little to no help from anybody else. And as we're training the Iraqi police, man, that's right. The minute ISIS freaking rolled through some of those cities, the Iraqi police left. Dude. And in Afghanistan, the same thing happened in Afghanistan, dude. The minute we pulled out, all the Afghanistan police surrendered all their stuff and just went home. Because they thought we were in charge of their country. They thought the Taliban was in charge of Afghanistan, or Saddam was on. Like, dude, you guys are in charge of it. It might not seem it because you're just one person and you're not going to write some rules down or laws down where everyone's going to follow. But every day you got to get up and try to fight for a better country, man. And these people didn't. We had to do the fighting for them all the time. I thought these guys were going to shoot me in the back. I never trusted them, ever. And you try to talk to them, man. It's have heart in your neighborhood, man. Pick up the trash. Help the lady, freaking do the stuff. Whatever the chicks do out there. But the men just don't do anything, man. They do not care. I've never met someone that doesn't care that much. Sometimes I litter and throw something out my window, like gum. But 99% of the time, I'll end up picking trash up off the ground. I just did it at the beach. I was running on this is, the last time I remember doing it. Because a homeless guy left a bunch of cigarette packs everywhere, and I was like, dude, right on the sand, a perfect spot. There was 10. I picked them all up. I threw them away. That was the last good deed I did. That was about a year ago. But every once in a while, you kind of go out of your way to do a good deed for someone or tip someone extra. Hey man, keep it up. Yeah. Oh God, I hate this. All right. These guys didn't care, man. I mean, you could tell. It didn't matter how old they were, how young they were. What they knew about life was, you need a strong man, a strong leader, and then after that, they just are. It's the god dang strangest thing, man. It's very hard to understand But they never fought for their right to have a choice in life. That was given to them. Gave them it, and then they let it slip from under them because they don't understand that a lot of people have to perish off this earth for us to have a conversation on YouTube. You know, this doesn't come easy. We're, you know, but Ukraine will win their freedom against Russia. You know, it's their revolutionary war for sure. You know, England came over to the United States to try to get some, and they got some. You know, Americans don't F around. And Russia tried to full send it into Kiev and Ukraine, and they're going to find out the hard way that Putin didn't read the room, man. King George didn't read the room. There's better ways to subdue a society without full sending it. And they're losing, man. They're gonna, if Ukraine just keeps up the front line, man, they'll do just fine, and they'll win their freedom, and they'll have war stories to pass on from generation to generation. They'll have, you know, things for all this to do. You know, they'll have their own history. They'll have mass graves of Ukrainian soldiers perishing. So it's a story to pass on to generation to generation to generation. And I think they'll win. Anyways, devils, I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna try to save my job. If you haven't heard the bad news, my company got bought out from another company, and usually when that happens, it may or may not be good. I don't know. So I'm gonna just keep plugging away for the next couple months here. Maybe by I don't know, by the end of the year, by January, I'll definitely know whether I have a job. In November, I have a company meeting, so we'll figure it out. Hopefully, we still have it. Yeah, brother, we'll see, man. Well, I'm gonna keep doing it. You know, I'm gonna act like nothing really's changed. I'm gonna call a couple people and see how they're feeling. But I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for coming on. I got 6 likes. I appreciate it. 25 votes. Let's see. I don't even know. That was it. Oh, yes. How much? Anyways, guys. Low. Appreciate it, brother. Simple Fry. What'd you say? Oh, simple fries? Simple fries. All right. Later, brother.